have you back with us. We're live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's bring in the head coach right now of the Florida State Seminoles, now in his third year. Mike Norvell goes into the night with Rick Ballou. Coach, good to have you back here on Radio Row.
No, it's great being here, and obviously exciting. Media Day is here, so it means we'll be back on that practice field soon, and definitely looking forward to this season ahead.
All right, I'm right down the road in Jacksonville. It feels different. It feels different from a year ago. It feels different from 2 years ago. I'm hearing nothing but good things. What has it been like the last, 6-7 months since the season has ended? And why does it feel so different from a year ago?
Well, it all starts there with the players and, the investment, the growth, the confidence that they have. As a coach, you always look to see, where's the message coming from? Obviously, there's so many things as a coach that you can put in front of guys and, hey, we're going to do these things, where this is, you try to explain the why. But when you have the ownership of the players and you have coaches or you have players coaching players, that's where you get to see those great strides moving forward. And we were fortunate; we were able to have about 90% of our team that was on campus in January. So to have that many returning players, the amount of production that we have coming back, but also being able to add those quality newcomers, whether from the high school ranks or transfers that have come in, we found the right fit. And now it's time to go out there and just consistently put into application the lessons that we've learned over the last couple seasons.
How hard is that on a guy who is established? I mean, I look at Jermaine a year ago, Johnson, he became a leader immediately. Jamie Robinson is here. Fantastic season last year. He's more of a leader by what he does on the field as far as being vocal. But how do you delegate that responsibility, or are they born with that and take that with them as soon as you see it on the practice and game field?
I think, leadership, it carries a lot of different forms. And, I want guys to be true to themselves, but, making sure that, that they are coming out each day, being the best version of them. And, whether that is with the words that they say, whether, the actions have to speak louder. So, we've got guys that are great, vocal leaders that, back it up with what they do on a daily basis. And there's some guys that don't say a whole lot, but when you watch them perform, when you watch the investment that they're willing to make, that speaks wonders to their teammates and really helps bring that group together, and we've got a good mix of both.
But the offensive line has been a struggle for quite some time. I know you've brought in some new guys also with the transfer portal. How did they look to you during spring ball?
No, I think that's a group that's got a chance to be one of our most improved. And you talk about new guys that have come in, but I'm also excited about the development of the guys that have been there. We've played a lot of young players. Guys like Robert Scott, Maurice Smith, Darius Washington that played a lot of football. You see a guy coming in like Dylan Gibbons a year ago, and he was able to come in and really, I thought brought some of that leadership that was necessary, and has been a great, a foundational piece for us. And then you add some of the newcomers that have joined the program. Once again, transfers and high school players that I believe have a chance to make a great impact, and the depth, the consistency, the competition, but also just the pure size and strength and speed that's necessary to play at a high level has been showing up.
Spoke with you a year ago. Jordan was here a year ago. Mackenzie Milton was here a year ago. Jordan, to me, noticeable weight gain. He looks bigger. He looks stronger. How have you seen him evolve, and how much different do you think it's going to be for him now, knowing that it's his job? He doesn't have to compete for it going into the month of August.
Well, I think the thing that's really helped Jordan is he's had his experiences, and some good, some bad. Some challenges to have to overcome, and he has really done an incredible job of investing into this team. And when anybody can have the label of a quarterback, and there's an expectation that comes with it. But I watch how his teammates, how they respond to him and the work that he's put in. You talk about the physical development, the mental growth and ownership in what we're doing, and just the consistency of that approach through spring practice was incredible. And I'm excited. I think the sky's the limit for Jordan. I think he's a dynamic player, with his arm, and everybody knows the things that he can do with his legs. But as you look towards the back half of the season, I think it was 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. His completion percentage was so much improved, and we believe that he's really put himself in a position to take an incredible step here moving forward this season.
Mike Norvell, our guest. He is the head coach of Florida State, getting ready for his his third season. I'm Rick Ballou. This is the home of the Jags, both on AM 1010 and 92.5 in Jacksonville. I mean, I go way back. I remember when they told Chris Ricks to stop running the football because they thought he was erratic in that situation, yet I thought that's when he played his best football. How do you get to Jordan and say, listen, you got to get down. You can't take the hits. You're so important to this team. We can't have you go out with an injury, yet still let him go out and do what he does best. How hard is that process connecting from you to him with that?
Well, Jordan is a natural playmaker, and he's not one of these quarterbacks that that I have to tell to stay in the pocket or do any of those things. I mean, he's very capable and feels very comfortable when he's in the pocket and being able to go through those progressions. And ultimately, there's a lot of pieces that come with that. But there's times of just being able to be smart in decisions. Like, when do I need to, if there's a potential of a big hit or one of those things that show up, having that ownership and experience is where that comes from. And he's played a lot of football, and I think that that knowledge and that experience he'll be able to rely on here moving forward. But I'm so excited about the steps he's taken and the growth that I've seen, and so it's going to be fun watching that play out this fall.
Mike, in your short career in Tallahassee, you've been very successful with the transfer portal. We talked about the O-line a little bit. Wide receivers, you've been 4 to 5 brand new guys. Did any of them separate during spring ball?
Well, I really believe that we hit on all of those guys. You look at a guy like Micah Pittman, who came in, did a really nice job this spring. Not only what he does as a receiver, but also the ability in the return game. I'm excited about the addition there. Johnny Wilson, just a very special talent. I mean, to be 6'7", 240 pounds and to run and move the way he does, I think he's got a chance to really be a special player. Deuce Spann, who just incredible potential, and excited about him. And then Winston Wright, the other transfer that came in, unfortunately had the car accident that he was in this spring. But for him and in his recovery, I mean, just a tremendous teammate. Excited about being able to get him back on the field here this fall at some point. But then you also look at the development of the young guys. Malik McLean played as a true freshman. Pokey Wilson, was a big play threat for us. Just the consistency in his game. Ja'Kai Douglas. We've got a lot of guys that are returning that I think are really going to help to impact that. And then you couple that with a tight end room and the running backs. I think Cam McDonald's going to be a great weapon for us. And we're excited about what the future holds and the players around Jordan that are really going to help showcase his game.
Every school's going through it. Guys are coming. Guys are going, whether they want to or the coaches want them to or not. I mean, it's been kind of the wild, wild west. Depth-wise, this is a better football team right now than the first two that you had?
Oh, I mean, I believe so. And, I think that the competition at every position, there's been positions that have been really thin, in our first couple of years. And, it's what injury would happen, which is going to happen every year. It would be some drastic, changes in some of the things we had to do, and that's what I'm excited about. You look across the board, it is competitive at every position, and we're really excited about the playmakers we have, and it's going to take a lot of guys, and we know we got to get a great stretch in front of us, but I'm excited about this football team.
Well, we're going to find out pretty early. I mean, you don't waste any time. I know you don't want to overlook Duquesne week 1, but man, week 2 being in New Orleans against LSU, you look at talent-wise, that club is loaded, so you're going to find out about this Florida State team real early.
Absolutely. And, and our guys, they have the right mindset. I mean, we're focused on us. We're going out, working to improve and get better through each opportunity. And, we're excited about being able to kick it off at Doak Campbell Stadium. And then, we know, as the season progresses, it can be great challenges, but great opportunity.
Mike, always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us here in Charlotte. Wish you the best of luck this year with Florida State.
Absolutely. Appreciate you having me on, and go Noles.
There he goes, Mike Norvell, third year head coach of Florida State, joining us here live in Charlotte.